Yo, so there has been a lot of rumors about Boruto's Jougan and him knowing stuff about the Ten Tails. But how does he know about the Ten Tails? How does he know about the horrors of the Ten Tails? Well, some people believe that Boruto has gone back to the past. Some people believe his Jougan have showed him visions from the past or from the future that's gonna let him know what's gonna happen in the future based on past events. There's something about Boruto's Jougan that we don't know about, bro. And bro said his Jougan showed him the end of the ninja world. Now, here was my theory. I'm gonna tell y'all my theory. When Boruto was telling Code to stop his claw grinds while you're still able to control them, it indicates that Boruto does know something about the Ten Tails that he doesn't. What I was saying is maybe the claw grinds grow too strong, because if Code enhanced the claw grinds using his own power or Shinjutsu, then that means the claw grinds also carry some of Code's personality. Or I'm gonna say his will, for example. So Code's will is just to carry on Ishiki's will. And what did Ishiki want for Code? Ishiki wanted Code to keep evolving until he came Otsutsuki. Yeah, I got that word now. Y'all told me how to say it. I gotta say Ot, then Sutsuki, Otsutsuki. Alright? Thank y'all for that. I'm not perfect. But anyway, Ishiki wanted Code to keep evolving. So the claw grind should want that exact same thing too. And if thousands of claw grind just evolve into these beings that are like rivaling Jougan's strength, I ain't gonna lie, it would kind of mean the end of the ninja world. Imagine that. So that's what I think it means. Now it could mean something else. And before we get into the video, make sure y'all go subscribe to the Black Uchiha 3. If y'all leave a like on this video, click the link right up there. It's easy. And leave a like on this video as well. But anyway, let's get into the video.
What is Gucci YouTube? It's your boy Black Uchiha 3 long face skinny body, and we are back still black with some more fire Boruto manga related content. Now before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button and share the video with your friends, because we finna dive deep into this John. Yes sirski, let's get it. Previously on the channel, in regards to what did Boruto know and find out, see/hear about the Ten Tails, that he is so adamant in pressing to Code like, yo, withdraw your army, stop what you're doing right now, immediately, please just cooperate with it. Like, he's asking his at least number 2, because I ain't gonna, in my book, if I'm Boruto, Kawaki is my number 1 op. But whoever knows, you know, me and Boruto are different people at the end of the day. So,
and that's why I told people, like, Code is not gonna be the main antagonist. Let's just keep that a buck. Code is not main antagonist worthy. Code is one of those dudes in anime who become so over obsessed with reaching their goal that they eventually become consumed by it. And when I say consumed, that means the claw grinds are gonna kill Code. Like, that's what I wholeheartedly believe. Code is actually gonna run for Boruto. He's actually gonna run, and whatever Boruto sees from the future is gonna happen, and the claw grinds are going to destroy Code. They're going to absolutely destroy him, or they might absorb him, because their goal is to get as strong as possible to keep evolving. So what better way to evolve than to absorb this other dude over here, this worthless dude over here named Code, so y'all could get stronger. I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, Code is definitely gonna die. Y'all peep, Code has never caught a dub, right? He's a fraud. And what do frauds do? They do fraud shit. So Code is gonna get absorbed by his own beings that he created. Something like that would be so fitting for Code's character. I promise you.
Probably his number 1 op. He's asking for cooperation. So you already know Boruto done saw some things, right? He saw some real crazy things. But in regards to the Ten Tails, how could it like be much more worse than the outcome that we were already aware of? And that's where we go over everything we know about the Ten Tails in terms of origin and its main purpose. And we can see beyond that what Boruto is possibly trying to avoid, which ultimately ties back to my guy Toneri, big Toneri Otsutsuki, who's chilling out there frozen in the Dragon Palace for the next 10,000 years on the moon, but connecting back to his prophecy that ultimately ties into Boruto, his future, him being the star of hope, and his eye, aka the Jougan, being that as well. So let's go ahead and talk about it, right? Boruto told Code something specifically, right? He was like, it's gonna be a worst possible future for all of us. Now, let's not cut around the bushes in this video going over the things.
How does he know that though?
And the things that was already said, we already understand. Let's talk about the Ten Tails in general. We know Code said to Boruto, the worst case scenario is what I'm looking for, but what can be possibly worse that Boruto was trying to warn Code that is even grander than what Code is expecting, right? We know that the Ten Tails, aka the divine tree, voids all life, all chakra on the planet, absorbing it and producing said chakra food.
And what's crazy is that Boruto told Code to lead him to the Ten Tails. What, Boruto, what are you trying to imply? Are you trying to imply that you're gonna deal with the Ten Tails yourself? An entity that it took basically all 5 great nations working together to take down, and you're saying you could do it single-handedly. And if that's true, my boy is working with something crazy. He got something crazy going on. Please, bro, if that's the case, yo, Boruto is just godlike right now. And that's why I said, that's why I put in my video, how strong is Boruto after the time skip. Y'all go check that out. I'm telling you, it's a banger.
Now, there's a couple contradictory factors that play into that. And there's 2 good examples, right? Even one from Shippuden, one from Boruto. With Boruto, we see Momoshiki. He's on a random planet. He has multiple god trees, right? Now, if a god tree absorbs all life on a planet, why do you need multiple for one planet, albeit the space curvature, or you know what I'm saying, the way the planet is built or the structure can be different, requiring more god trees? That was never explained upon. And it was never touched up on, upon how the divine tree actually absorbs all chakra, some chakra, a little bit of chakra, or the enough chakra needed to produce a chakra fruit. Now, going into the other example in Shippuden, right, where we have 2 instances where Kaguya ate the god tree, and also Kaguya set up a divine tree herself. And in that time, right, when Kaguya had her own divine tree, she was gathering human sacrifices who would think they were being a part of some grander ritual. Ultimately, they're becoming white Zetsu, being absorbed of their chakra fruit, and then producing that said god tree during Kaguya's time. And then prior to when Kaguya was there, the god tree was already there, right, absorbing whatever said life it absorbed.
Okay.
And Kaguya was able to eat from the fruit. And unbeknownst, it was a whole entire world filled of humans, you know, clanning wars, everybody out here having warring states, political disputes, and things like that. But we see a god tree was produced, and it provided a fruit that Kaguya was eating. Now, we know Kaguya was introduced in the manga. She already had her Rin and Sharingan and things of that nature. However, every instance we've seen a god tree.
Let's be 100%, bro. If there was a divine tree out of nowhere, right? Not saying the people back there was weak or anything, but in Boruto, the world is not going to end due to a divine tree sucking out the life of the planet. That's just not going to happen. And why? I'm pretty sure there's like at least 5 ninja right now, compared to none back then, who can destroy this tree in one shot. Mind you, this tree was basically indestructible. But we have seen Naruto's Rasen Shuriken. His magma release Rasen Shuriken was enough to slice his clean in half. I'm just saying, bro, the world has moved past to the point where the divine tree is a threat. You know what I'm saying? Or let's just say Code still wants to become Otsutsuki. He's just gonna have to find another way. It's not gonna happen. Everybody's too strong to let that happen nowadays. Even if Code absorbs the god tree, what's gonna happen to him? Is it gonna put him above these other guys? Boruto and Kawaki working together? Probably not. I don't know. I can't tell you. My guess is no.
Tree grow. It has never devoured everything in sight. Now, it can be said as similar to where we see with Kinshiken, the sword that is able to slice a world in half. We know it's not literally slicing a world in half, but in terms of the effects of the sword, possibly, you know what I'm saying, somewhere along those lines of interpretation and how you want to take whatever words is being said, whatever kanji is being used. But absorbing all life on a planet we have yet to see, and even when we've seen all life on a planet be gone, right, we still see the planet intact. In that case, where we see Momoshiki, it wasn't just one god tree, it was multiple. So it's a little fishy, right? It's a little bit fishy. So what?
There's no way that god tree is going to absorb all the life from the planet and Kode's gonna eat that. Boruto's not gonna let that happen. No, nobody's gonna let that happen, matter of fact. Well, the only people who could probably stop Code is Boruto and Kawaki. They're not letting that happen. Let's just keep it a buck. They would kill Code before that happened. So that's why I'm saying Code had to find another way to reach his dream power. It's just not gonna happen.
What can Boruto actually be king at? And I feel like these little inconsistencies might actually be there and placed on purpose. Now, Boruto is telling Code, you've done something different. Essentially, yes, the god tree or Ten Tails will just attack anything, bite anything in his eyes, and ultimately targeting the Otsutsuki in order to plant the god tree, in order to devour all life. But what if, right? Because we understand devouring all life, the planet will still be intact. And if there's already been god trees on Earth before, we can still see a population is still there. So there's still some type of means of, life being found and life being reserved on Earth, regardless if a god tree is planted or not. So Boruto must come to that acknowledgement right there. He's probably come to that. Now he's probably saw beyond that, right? The possible scenario, the possible case or situation where he gave sentience, he gave, their own will, he gave own emotions to these Ten Tails, i.e. they develop it on their own, being on these multiple recon missions sent out by Code, coming across multiple shinobis, and in some special instances, Otsutsuki and Boruto and Kawaki, they're developing their own thoughts, they're developing their own evolution.
And there it goes. There it goes, bro. There it goes. I'm trying to tell you, these claw grinds are going to end up thinking for themselves. He even gave one a Rinnegan. Code gave one a Rinnegan. He infused the Ten Tails with his chakra. The Ten Tails is looking for something to devour. Code is looking to evolve. Those two go together. So these claw grinds are going to think for themselves and destroy Code. Imagine thousands of these things at the strength of, let's say, I don't even want to put them at Ishiki's level because that's overkill. But imagine these things being as strong as Code with no limiters, roaming around, and it's like a whole army of them. It's the end of the ninja world. Not even Boruto could even take that many claw grinds down, nor Kawaki, nor them working together at that matter. So the fact of the matter is Boruto is going to have to, well, if he's seen the future, he's going to have to A, kill Code right now before it just gets out of hand, or B, take all the claw grinds out. I would go with C. Take them both out. Show him how heartless you could be, bro. Show him how heartless you could be. If he's seen that, then it's Boruto's responsibility right now to take care of that. And if he lets it get out of hand, then he's failed. He can't let it get to that point. No way I think he'll let it get to that point. But let's just say if he's seen the future, he needs to do something about it.
And things of that nature, to the point where, maybe once this god tree is probably planted or, going under its normal course of process that is always done, this Ten Tails is enhanced by Code's chakra, right? Something that hasn't been done before. Not only is it enhanced by his chakra, but also we know that his claw marks are half chakra and half material of his actual DNA and genetics. So it's literally part Code. So whatever it absorbs from Code, can it be just genetics, just DNA, just chakra, or possibly even some, personality, some similarities with some desires that it probably derived from having Code's material and blood embedded and implanted into it. But whatever that case may be, therefore the end result that Boruto most likely saw revolves around something that occurs after the god tree absorbs all life. Right? Something that occurs much, much greater than that. So it can be one of two things, right? Either Code changed the exact process of the Ten Tails, meaning that it's not just gonna stop wherever it gets enough. Meaning in previous times, it is exasperated or exaggerated as absorbing all life. But in terms of actually absorbing all life, it absorbs enough in terms of for it to produce a chakra fruit. But in this case, since the Ten Tails is special and then by nature is going to be producing a special divine tree, it might go further and even beyond that, meaning it might just completely take the whole entire planet out of existence. Now, that can be one thing, and that can definitely be worse for everyone, because then in that case, Code, including himself, won't be able to not only get the god tree, but also there will be no planet left in a literal sense. Not just all life on the planet is gone, the planet itself will be gone, but also the number two, and then I think which would be the most likely and the more plausible scenario that also connects and dates back to Toneri Otsutsuki is that this specific Ten Tails that Code probably did, it done one or two things, right? So either Code has brought out its true nature, as Boruto mentioned, meaning that whatever way the Otsutsuki has been utilizing or using the Ten Tails is either the wrong way or a way that's safe for them because they understand the true dangers of the Ten Tails.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Code doesn't understand. You can even see it in the panels, bro. He doesn't understand how deep the Ten Tails is. He just thinks of them as tools to use at his disposal. Like I said, bro, Code is one of those villains who fuck themselves. Like literally, they killed themselves because of their ignorance and blindness. He's blind. He doesn't see what he really did. All he wants is power. His need for power and his will is blinding him to the point where he will never get what he truly wants. He's like an Orochimaru, bro, but worse. He's a worse Orochimaru. What he really wants, he will never get. I promise you, he's one of those villains because he's ignorant. That's why you gotta get him out of here. He's about to destroy the whole ninja world, he don't even know it. And now the question is, if y'all saying the Claw Grimes are gonna destroy the ninja world, what the hell is going on in the panel with the last fight with Boruto and Kawaki, where he tells them, I didn't think you would go this far? Now that's the question we should be answering. Now is Kawaki gonna have some part in this or something we don't know? But what do y'all think is gonna happen? What do y'all think? Leave down in the comment section. What do you guys think is gonna happen?
So they altered it in a way, but now Code is reverting it back to its origin state where the Ten Tails is a ruling entity on its own, and he's awakened that fact, right? So now Code is triggering whatever shouldn't be triggered, but now other Otsutsuki's from the world is now being aware and alarmed of the things that are going on Earth, and it ultimately will tie into Toneri's prophecy. Would Boruto be the star of hope? Would Boruto be the star of change? And I believe Boruto is going to fend off an invasion that's coming towards Earth, whether it be an Otsutsuki.
Imagine Boruto fighting off an army of like Otsutsuki, but not like the strongest Otsutsuki, like, you know, Momoshiki, Kinshiki, Yurishiki, just like fodder Otsutsuki, around average, like the Otsutsuki that you see in the show. Those are like the best of the best. I'm pretty sure they're like some fodder ones, you know? It gotta be. If it's a whole clan, it gotta be some normal Otsutsuki, like who's not that powerful, you know, who's like mid-level. They probably got like a power system to scale them. I don't know. But that would be actually cool though. All of them trying to get as much power as they can from Earth. Boruto trying to fight them off with Kawaki or something like that. But wouldn't that be copying Naruto? Because you're having like a war, right? It's still a war. And then Boruto and Kawaki are the strongest ones. They're fighting side by side. And at the end of that war, Boruto Kawaki fight. I don't know. I don't know if I want it like that, bro. Maybe something a little different. That would be dope, though.
Whether it be a Ten Tails, whether it be a combination of both, you know, but Boruto is going to have to fend off something. So I believe Code is reverting the Ten Tails back to its origin state in terms of how it's actually meant to be, rather than a controlled state where we see the Otsutsuki occupy it in. And now Code will soon come to realize he's not able to control said true state of the Ten Tails, and possibly it's going to be the first Ten Tails in a, you know what I'm saying, true its nature and its truest and rawest form in a millennial of years that is going to catch the eye of other Otsutsuki, which will just lead down a pathfall of things that just not supposed to happen. So Boruto is trying to prevent some.
Yo, why that Ten Tails so swole? The fuck? Hey, that boy swole, what the hell?
Something even greater than just the God tree absorbing most life, all life on planet, how most people would like to say, but literally the destruction of whatever, you know, space curvature, however Momoshiki like to call it, that Boruto and the rest of the ninja world is actually residing in, possibly even preventing the return of a Shibai Otsutsuki or other Otsutsukis who are trying to reach a goal set like Shibai. But something greater than just the earth itself, something greater than just devouring all life, right? I believe Code is messing with the Ten Tails, and he's not changing its true nature. I believe he's reverting it back to its true nature. Boruto was able to figure that out. He understood the worst case scenario for everyone, because yes, in all likeliness and in all likelihood, if this were to be true, Code, they're not gonna just stop and obey you. They're gonna take you out as well, and it's gonna be very terrible, because there's gonna be nothing left for the earth even to come back from, because there has been multiple god trees and divine trees planted on earth, and we see that there is still a population present. So now Code is actually in the midst of actually wiping out the entire ninja world from existence.
He don't even know it.
Any future scenarios or future possibilities for any life to come forth. So that's just how I'm taking it. That's how I see the possibility to making it even much more serious than what we already know the Ten Tails to be. So I'm really excited to even elaborate further, especially with the release of more chapters upon Boruto's discovery and how it connects ultimately to the Otsutsuki clan, and how Code's plan is ultimately going to be his downfall, but the worst possible future for the entire world and all of existence. So it's your boy Black Child. Let me know what y'all think.
So yeah, bro, let me know what y'all think about that. How y'all think Code's gonna go out, man? Honestly, I think he's gonna be the guy, the odd man out. Sadly, he'll never get what he wants because of his ignorance. The Claw Grimes are going to evolve to a point where it's just going to be too much for even Code to handle, and then they'll just absorb him. They'll turn on him, because at the end of the day, Code will do anything to evolve. He'll do anything. So will the Claw Grimes. They have his DNA inside of him, personality, everything. His chakra is infused with them, and the fact that they have the Ten Tails chakra too, they also want to get stronger. So it's like two sides of the same coin. He's finished. Bro's done. And at that point, you're just making it a hindrance for Boruto and Kawaki to clean up. That's all you're doing. You know, and when they absorb code, they're gonna get even stronger. So at that point, there will be nobody left who's able to stand up to a claw grind except Boruto and Kawaki. Will Sarada and Mitsuki get strong enough to give him some assistance? I don't know. I would love for that to happen instead of them just being fodder and just not being able to help out. But wow, Boruto is gonna have to carry a heavy burden, bro. My God, he was a kid not too long ago, and he's gonna be responsible for the future of the shinobi world. Boruto is going to be responsible to what happens now. I cannot wait, bro. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Leave your thoughts and ideas in the comment section below. And until my next video, I'm out. Peace.